You're still a guy as decorated as your career has been. You still like to be coached. So was there some apprehension when this all came about?
What do you mean apprehension?
Well, with James leaving, you had a really good relationship with him, and then
Yeah, I mean,
a new guy coming in with not a lot of stuff on his resume yet.
I'll speak on James, Coach Campen, like this. I love the guy. He's an unbelievable offensive line coach. But even through that, he's a great friend. I'll always stay in touch with him, and he's phenomenal. Cleveland's very lucky to get a coach of his caliber. Now, I understand the NFL is a business. That's life. Things happen. So to be able to move on and to adjust. I think Steno's come in. He's smart. He's got a good grasp of the offense. He's trusted within the system. And so far, the guys are listening to him and taking the constructive criticism that's needed to grow the offense and especially the offensive line play. So I'm excited to see where that develops.
Where have you seen Billy how have you seen him really mesh with you guys? Where do you think he's at?
Billy's fantastic. I have a fun relationship with him right off the bat. I'm not a man to believe in a kind of a grace period of becoming friends. I just jump right into the deep end with him. So we kind of jumped right in, and it's been fun. Billy's a good dude. He's got quite the personality. And he's a fun guy. I'm happy that he's in the offensive line room, and he's a good addition especially to his locker room.
Will the casual fan watching on a Sunday afternoon notice a drastic difference in the offense?
A casual fan?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you want me to make fun of the IQ of the masses?
How about a fan who just chugged 3 beers?
I'm gonna defer that to Matt LaFleur. I'll let him answer that one.
Let me go at it this way. Has it been energizing for you to learn a new offense?
Yeah, it's something new. It's different. Obviously, there's things that I like, and there's things I also liked in the old playbook. But at the end of the day, it's a philosophy. It's an understanding. There's certain things that are the same, but at the end of the day, the foundation's different. The ideology of what we're trying to accomplish as an offense and to show to the defenses is different, and that's something that we're going to have to piggybacking off of the old question of, we've learned it now. Now it's come. We're now in the next step of mastering it.
When I watch the individual drills, man, there's a whole lot of new things. It looks like you guys are talking, but you're open, you're talking. There's a dialogue going on. Is that the way it is in the meeting room too, to take advantage of 7-8 years of NFL experience?
Yeah, I mean, obviously right now our dialogue is very open and a lot, just because we're learning this whole new scheme, this entirely new offense. So there are different things. As much as I said it is the same, it is also different. So there's certain things that your instincts would tell you based on what you have learned from your old playbook would tell you is different because of the philosophy of this new offense. So there are certain things that marry up that are the same, and there's also some things that are different. So in the locker room or from our meeting room, that's one instance. And then coming out on to the field, I believe every O-line coach has their different philosophies when it comes to run game, when it comes to pass game, when it comes to technique in general. So I've always been a firm believer of you can always learn more, you can always take in techniques, but you got to make it your own. I will never move the same way as Brian Balaga. Brian will never move the same way as Lane Taylor. Lane will never move the same way as Corey. So for us is to understand the technique, take in the technique, but then also make it your technique.
Dave, you've always said the Super Bowl is your primary motivation. On a personal side, you've gotten all-pro recognition multiple times, that kind of thing. Is there still anything from that personal recognition side that motivates you to keep playing the way you are?
2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I remember a while back, I think it may have been when I hurt myself in Arizona, I got on my phone and I wrote down a list of things I wanted to accomplish on a personal level. Obviously, some of that is team-oriented and some of that's personal. There's a couple checks I have left that I want to do, but I mean, at the end of the day, if I don't get those and I just get a Super Bowl ring, I'll be happy. That's really all I want.
Can you share what the 2 are that aren't checks, or the couple, or is that just for you and your phone?
When I retire, I have no problem admitting if I didn't accomplish what I wanted, which is fine.
You're an athletic guy. We've seen you on the perimeter blocking. I would think this scheme fits you really well. I guess what were your initial thoughts when you were going to go zone and all that?
I like it. I mean, I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly. So, yeah.
Wait,
Peacocks,
what?
yeah. That's a quote. There you go. Movie quote. No, I mean, I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed getting in open space. It's something that I have I take pride in, and you know, especially while the legs are still fresh, and my mindset's still pretty young and getting out there and making the secondary pay for wanting to play football with the big guys. I've always had fun with that, so I'm excited going into this offense, being able to execute some of those things.
What are your impressions of Gary right now? And then
Of who?
Rashawn.
Okay.
You went against him today a couple times. I'm sure it's happened more than that. And then also same thing with like Arias and Preston, two guys that are going to be.
I mean,
tackles.
I like it. They're big guys. I'll talk about the two veteran guys first. They're big, established. They have a high football IQ. I've gone against, I think, Zadarius maybe once. I've gone against Preston a few times. The first thing, me and Preston, you know, he's got a pretty big personality, and not on the football field, but in the locker room, I tend to be a little bit louder than normal. And it's just funny because I don't think we ever spoke a single word to each other when we play. That's just our game. So we both laughed about that. So I'm excited to have them here. And I mean, with Gary, big, athletic individuals, got great first step. You know, I can see why he got drafted in the position that he did. And while it's early, I'm excited to see him when he gets the pads on, see how he can play, and then where his game truly shows off. Because I mean, this is only part of can tell about a player only a certain side of it. So when you get the full pads on, you can really see what the individual is all about. But so far, I've appreciated what I've seen from Gary.
If George Hill makes it to Lambeau Field, could he beat you in the Bakhtiari challenge?
Do?
George Hill makes it to Lambeau, could he beat you in the Bakhtiari challenge?
I'm a man of competition, so I'd like to let my chugging do the talking.
So yes or no?
I'll let my chugging do the talking.
I'm curious, was the first one planned? I think the other ones kind of built off the first one, but that was quite a moment. I was there. I was sitting next to Lily. We were like, man, that's a man of the people.
I was at dinner with Aaron before the game, and they had told me that they want to put me on the jumbotron. I was like, you know what? At this point in my career and in my life, I'm like, if they put the camera on me, I'll just chug my beer. I'll have some fun with it. I didn't think it was going to get to where we are today, but apparently going to Boulder and only win 11 games in 4 years has given me quite a talent that I hadn't dusted off in quite some time, but apparently I still got it.